Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the
Unless you got 150 entries and then you're a shark and I don't fuck with you. So
There's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the snowflake of the year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm here at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scoring all them points over there? Player of the night.
get them in your lineups, get them in there, and let's go get this money.
Thursday. Let's go, and remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and of course, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we will be talking about what happened last night, taking a look at our featured 4 players of the night. We're also going to be talking briefly about some of the action from last night, and we're going to look ahead to today's 6-game NBA slate. First things first, man, a few things that I would love to rant about, a few things I need to talk about. First things first, okay, how do you let this happen to you? Okay, how do you let this dude hang sack on you? Come on. This is not right. Yo, Tim Hardaway Jr., look at this, man. Look at this. How do you let this dude how do you let him hang sack on you like that? Horrible, bro. You got played. You got destroyed. That was bad. Everybody's like, wow. Like, how do you let that happen to you? Like, he hung sack on you. Like, this is what happened. Like, this is you, and that's not cool. And you're a Nick, and you really need to do better than that. That is horrible. Okay, that's horrible. Next, want to congratulate all of the Eagles fans. Big shout out to all of the Eagles fans in the house, man. I saw that you won the Super Bowl, and I wanted to talk just really quick. We live in a time where we, they want us to believe that everything we're seeing is the greatest. Everything, whatever it is we're seeing, is the greatest. So I unleashed a series of tweets, but I was just talking about it. I was just saying, how companies, the marketing, you know what I'm saying? Like the companies, they want you to buy the merchandise, they want you to go to games, and they want you to watch commercials that make you feel like a loser if you don't buy merch and go to games. And the best way to do that and to keep everybody interested is to believe that no matter what level of sport you're watching the very best. Like this time, at this point right now, this is the very best. This is the golden age. This is the end all be all of every sport. Like you're watching Tom Brady, who's the greatest quarterback of all time. Isn't it funny how the greatest quarterback of all time, the greatest NBA player of all time, the greatest baseball player of all time, and the greatest hockey player of all time are all playing right now? And 10 years ago, they were playing then. And 10 years before that, in the 90s, they were playing. And in the 80s, the best, they even had a cartoon back in the day. It was like Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky. It was pro stars. Like, it's always been like that. Marketing always wants you to think that the best you're seeing, what you're seeing now, is the best that anybody has ever seen. Because it keeps you engaged, it keeps you interested, it keeps you buying merch, it keeps you going to games. And I'm not going to apologize for my love of sports, but I do understand I'm not some fucking clone idiot that just automatically believes that, oh, because ESPN says that LeBron is the greatest to ever do it, that it's true. Especially when I've seen different with my own eyes. So we looked at the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Patriots, something that as a Giants fan I am no stranger to. Okay, people act like it can't be done. We did it twice. So I see the Eagles beat the Patriots, and you had to think about this for a second. You had to ask yourself, because we heard a lot of shit talk all year long about how great um, how great Carson Wentz is. And for me, I think he's a system quarterback. And it was easily showed that he was a system quarterback because you saw what happened. You saw with him out for the season, they don't miss a beat. Nick Foles comes in, they win a fucking Super Bowl. He's a system cat. He's a system cat. That's just what it is. And it's so easy, to think that the best what you're seeing now is the greatest ever because marketing, locks you into being a prisoner of each specific moment. But that's just whack. And I don't live that way. And if you're not that great, you're not that great. You're not. So shout out to all and honestly, and this is coming from me. Yo, I'm a Giants fan. Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, and I've said this on a couple of different occasions. I have had the very best experience as a Giants fan. As a Giants fan, I've had the very best sporting experience. No other NFL team can boast. If you've been a fan of your team for 39 years, the way I've been a fan of the New York Football Giants, I've never waited that long for a Super Bowl. I've always had competitive, great teams. And honestly, everything that's good is in some way, shape, or form in the NFL can be traced back to the Mara family, to the New York Football Giants. So you know what I'm saying? K-Mac says it, man. He says Nick Foles is Jeff Hostetler. Exactly. I lived through that. Phil Simms. Oh my God, Phil Simms. No, Jeff Hostetler won a Super Bowl with us. So I've had an exemplary experience as a football fan. And most people can say, well, maybe what about the Patriots? Patriots fans have had it better than you. No, they haven't because I beat their asses twice in Super Bowls. So I am completely fulfilled. I can die right now. And all my NFL dreams have come true. Now, NBA, not so much. And speaking of that, uh, an even more tragic thing than the Greek freak sitting on Tim Hardaway Jr.'s head, an even more tragic thing than this debacle. Okay, you letting the guy come and sit on the top of your wig, all right? Was the fact that Kristaps Porzingis is now out for the year. Yes. So Tim Hardaway Jr. goes in, he gets his head sat on, and then to add insult to injury, horrible thing happens. Kristaps Porzingis is out for the season. It sucks. It sucks. So, it's been a tough NBA day, but not so bad in the DFS way. The crazy thing is nobody went ham as far as like none of the studs. None of the studs went ham. So none of those guys really killed you. It was the mid-level guys. It was the mid-taper guys that got you. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's jump into the feature 4 plays of the night. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. First guy I'm going to talk about is the Houdat, scoring all them points over there, player of the night. This is going out to the homie Josh Hart, somebody who a lot of folks in the DFS sweatshop VIP were buzzing about. He ended up starting at point guard, 6'5", big, great guy, rebounding point guard. The research that we did today really shined a light on whoever is playing point guard against the Phoenix Suns. And him at 4.7K went out and dropped 39.75 DraftKings points in 31 minutes. He had 15 and 11. Nice double-double. 3 assists, 3 steals. 3 assists, 3 three-pointers, a steal, and a block. Only turned it over once. That was mistake-free basketball. Awesome, awesome game for the homie Josh Hart. Next guy we're going to talk about is the how did I miss that play tonight? And I had to get pulled off of a ledge because the research that we did earlier, all signs pointed to this cat. I'm just saying this. Oh yeah, the research that we did, blah, blah, we did the research, but I want to show you because we actually talked about this, and anybody that's in the sweatshop will definitely agree because we talked about this. We looked at small forwards, and a lot of times you just have to plug in the guy and play him. Okay, small forwards over the last 10 games. The Cleveland Cavaliers, as you can see, are one of the worst. It's actually the worst team in the league over the last 10 games and over the last second over the last 5 games against small forward. And so that should have been easy pickings, bro. That should have been easy pickings to play a combination of Jonathan Simmons and the homie that was going against the Lakers today. That should have been easy pickings. And it's what it was. A lot of us liked it and we were on them, but the situation was the questionable tag comes up. midway through the day, oh, the questionable tag comes up, and the dude goes out and has the very best game of his freaking life, man. 36 minutes, 34 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, a block and a steal, hit 2 3-point shots. Jonathan Simmons went the fuck off tonight. He went the fuck off tonight. So and that's one of those. This is a situation where it's about the process, bro. And our process put us on Jonathan Simmons, but it kind of got tweaked when the questionable tag came out. But the process put us on him. So, and I even went a step further. Like once he became questionable, I was like, man, so that's probably gonna put Hazonia in that small forward spot, or maybe even gonna open up Fournier some. And I ended up having Fournier. I ended up having Fournier. I ended up having Hazonia, and absolutely no Jonathan Simmons. How the fuck did I miss that? That I just explained that. This guy I'm going to talk about is the heat check play tonight. This is going to the big homie Paul George. He was a core play for me over on FanDuel, 31 minutes. He's ended up scoring more points than this. This was with 7 minutes left for the game. So I think Paul George damn near hit a 60 on him. He had a nice game. Really big solid game out for homie Paul George as they raked over the Golden State Warriors. That's going to be a dope playoff series. It really is. That is going to be a dope playoff series, bro. I am so looking forward to this, man. So, real quick, I want to take some time out to shout out all the homies in the shop. Quincy Smith, shout out to that dude, man. He is always involved. Lorenzo Robinson, my guy. K Mac, what's up, big homie? We got Mike dropping the spot, man. We got a lot of the homies in here, man. Much love to all of you, man. Thank y'all for attending the stream. I know you're gonna be chopping it up with me inside the line drive later on today. Now, let's us talk about that one motherfucker.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
Yeah, Serge Ibaka tonight, you are a motherfucking snowflake. And there's also a funeral. Al Horford, you are the snowflake of the night, but you played 24 minutes and you got your asses whipped. You got your asses whipped. Played 24 minutes, only scored 2 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. You are the snowflake of the night, but there is also a funeral today. There is a funeral today. I am going to officially declare that Serge Ibaka, you are fucking dead to me. You are dead. I will never, ever play your bitch ass again the rest of the fucking season. You are dead. Somebody please back up the hearse, load this motherfucker up, and drag him the fuck away from me. You're dead. I will never play Serge Ibaka again. Get out of my face, and let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. With your dead snowflake ass. You're done. Now, we've got a really solid slate. There's only 6 games popping off that we're going to be talking about. Of course, we've got a couple of teams that are on the first or second leg of back-to-backs. So we must also, take that into consideration as we dig deep and go into depth. We've got the Brooklyn Nets facing Detroit Pistons. This is an obvious Piston spot here. You got Brooklyn on a back-to-back. That can definitely make you curb your enthusiasm for people like Karis LeVert. He's been struggling with knee issues throughout the season, so you probably want to stay away from him in this spot. We've got the Rockets and the Heat, with the Rockets on the back-to-back. Hopefully, we'll get everybody at full strength there. The ESPN game is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Cleveland Cavaliers. All kind of shit has been going on with LeBron James, man. It's a lot to dig through. And we saw what Jonathan Simmons did to him last night. Look for Jimmy Butler and/or Andrew Wiggins to really get off in this spot. We're going to be talking about that in depth. Then we've got the Utah Jazz going to the grindhouse to take on the Grizzlies. The Jazz have been on a tear, most notably Ricky Rubio. Going to be running up on Andrew Harrison and them cats on a back-to-back. We've got a pretty solid center matchup with Gobert and Marc Gasol, who shat the bed last night. Then we've got a really nice one. We've got the Indiana Pacers going to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. up-pace, up-tempo matchup here. There's a lot to like about this. We've seen what Indiana gives up against the center position, and that's really gonna put Anthony Davis in a lot of people's thought processes. So we're gonna be talking about that. And then the last game on the slate is gonna be the San Antonio Spurs going to Phoenix. Now Phoenix are on a back-to-back as well, but there's a ton of young guys. The guys that we probably know are not gonna play is probably like the Tyson Chandler probably will see just a few minutes in that game, or maybe none at all. He might sit out. So that's the ESPN game, a nationally televised game. So the two natty tellies are the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Cleveland Cavs, and the San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns. Without further ado, let us pop open RotoQL, jump into this thing, and see what it has to offer us here. And yo, this is RotoQL, really solid site. I use it for baseball, golf, for DraftKings only, NHL. Like it's a really solid tool, man. Works for just about anything. I use it a lot. And there's going to be a link in the description to this video if you want to take a look at it. It is not going to make you a better DFS player, but what it will do is it will help you, to get on guys that you might not be thinking about, or it could help you to solidify guys that you were already thinking about. It's a really solid tool, man. I like to use it a lot. So let's go ahead. We're going to come from a DraftKings perspective. Then we're going to tie it back into FanDuel. We're going to be going from site to site because the key here the key here is I want you to understand where the rankings are, how DraftKings ranks players, and these prices, the salaries here, those are actually ranks. Like Anthony Davis, 11.6, Harden, 11.3. Like this is a rank, and I want you to look at it as such. DraftKings ranks players and FanDuel ranks players. What we want to do is see how those rankings correlate. You see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and chop it up. Uh, we're going to go game by game. That way we get a really good feel of the game flow here. First game we got is going to be the Brooklyn Nets going to Detroit to take on the Pistons. We got Quincy Acey as a game time decision here. We got Karis LeVert as a game time decision. He's probably going to be out. I think he did tweak something and leave this game too. Rondae Hollis Jefferson has a game time tag too, and that means something, bro. If we can get Rondae in with some solid minutes, that could be very beneficial. Dwight Bikes is a game time decision. Reggie Jackson and Willie Reed are out. Willie Reed is out because he hits the chicks. So he is now like one of those guys that he got bumped off for like beating up his girlfriend or something like that in a domestic violence dispute. So figure that shit out, man. Do better. So we got, jumping right into it, we've got Blake Griffin appropriately priced at 9K, Andre Drummond at 9.8. We do understand that the Brooklyn Nets are one of the worst teams in the league against centers. That will not change. That is just what it is. We saw last night where the homie Clint Capella was able to have his way with them, have a very solid game. So I definitely think that Drummond is in line here at 9.8. We've seen Drummond priced above 10K in some spots on a 6-game slate where a lot of times just having whoever scores the most points can really help you out. And without a shadow of a doubt, Andre Drummond is a guy that could lead a slate in scoring. So we're going to take a look at him. Blake Griffin looks to be usable, as does Ish Smith at 5.6. I kind of like Reggie Bullock here at 4.6. I wouldn't have a major issue with getting him some run. If you want to look at some of the cheaper guys, you could see, Anthony Tolliver at 4.3 get some minutes, approaching 20. I wouldn't have an issue there. It's saying that Stanley Johnson that Stanley Johnson could play 20 plus minutes. I want to see what he's done over the last few, because if the floor is nice on him, 30, 50, 24, 23, 22, that is not bad. And look at the minutes Stanley's been playing since the trade. Stanley, man, he's played 29 plus minutes in the last 5 games and 40 in the game against Cleveland. So I mean, yeah, I think this is a stackable offense here. Stanley Johnson, yeah, I think it's a stackable offense. On the other side, guys that jump out to me automatically going to be Damari Carroll at 5.5, Spencer Dinwiddie at 6.2, a lot bigger than Ish Smith, could probably play well against them. Jared Allen at 5.1, it does look to be usable here. D'Angelo Russell at 5.4, I could get behind him, and we're going to see an increase in minutes for Joe Harris if Karis LeVert is held out of this game. So that's another guy that I do want to take a look at. No Mo Crab defense hasn't been bad this year. Okay. Okay. Alan Crab at 4.5. Let's see what he's been doing lately. Crab, he's had one good game in the last few. Yeah, he had 23. Yeah, but he's not been. He's a streaky guy, man. When he's stroking, he's stroking. But when he's not, he's not. Let's go take a look on FanDuel, and this is so we can get an idea of the price points and how we can juxtapose them. DeMar Carroll 5.1, yes, I like that. Dinwiddie 6.9, Jared Allen 5.7, Crab 4.7, AC 3.9, Russell 5.4, Joe Harris is 3.8. I kind of like that, especially if he's going to be starting. Uh, yeah, we know Detroit does give up the small forward. That's why I do like DeMar Carroll. They give it all the way up to small forward. Andre Drummond at 11K. See, that's huge. He's 9.8 on DraftKings, 11K. So he's 1,200 more on FanDuel. That means he's definitely going to be in play for me. Blake Griffin at 11.2. I mean at 9.2 looks to be usable. Ish Smith, no big discount you get on him. Stanley Johnson is 5.8, and I want to see. I like Reggie Bullock too. Uh, Mason Galloway 3.6. I like that. I want to see what's the price on DraftKings. Excuse me. Check out the price on Stanley. It's 4.7. Okay, cool, cool. So he's priced up a little bit. He is priced up a little bit, man. I kind of like that. That's something we can take a look at. Oh yeah, just real quick. Shout out to the homie Jeremiah Alexander Severino. Back to back yesterday and today. Not bad. I take it. I be winning on a regular basis. Just don't be posting. I knows how he gets down. Yeah, yo, this is my dude. Yo, this dude's like the first cat I've ever seen roll with me win like a lot of money. Like he won like 25 racks last year, and he's just a consistent winner. Chops it up a lot. Talks to a lot of guys in the group. Real cool, real solid dude, man. He hit me up just now, let me know that he had a good night. So shout out to the homie, man. Real beautiful, beautiful. That's real dope, man. I love to see that, man. That's what it's about. That is what it's all about. Yeah, yeah. He blew my mind. And I don't think he played a lot last year. He played like $14 or $15 and won like 25 bands, and he just been rocking ever since. So that's my guy. Shout out to the homie, man. Um, he was the king of the sweatshop one night, and has been that way for a long time. So, yeah, now going back over to DraftKings, we got Houston and Miami is the next game here. 211.5 point total. The Houston Rockets are only a 4.5 point favorite in this spot on that back-to-back. Ryan Anderson, game time decision. He did leave yesterday's game. Probably not going to be playing. So that you look for an increase in minutes for cats like PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon at 5.9 is usable. Harden at 11.3 is a guy that I can get behind. Chris Paul at 9.4. I don't love Chris Paul. I don't love Chris Paul in the spot. I don't like a lot about this Houston shit. I really don't. I don't. Yeah. I don't like a lot about this. On the other side, I've been rocking with Josh Richardson over the last few. Something tells me that I can play him in this spot. He's a de facto two guard, man. Ever since the homie got hurt, he's been playing a lot of two guard. Against the Rockets, he's seen him before the season. Only had 21.25. He was priced at a very similar 6.3. He's 5.9 here, under 6K. I think Richardson is in play. Justice Winslow has been a defensive guy. He's come back and played very well defensively. 32 in his last one against Orlando, 15, 23, 27. I mean, all of these were priced very modestly, man. 3.7 is what we've seen him over the last like 6 games. And he's played fairly decent. He's played fairly decent. So definitely want to take a look at him. Gordon Dragic at 7.1, don't love that. Whiteside against Capella. Uh, I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of either of those cats in this matchup. I think I don't have to play a lot of this game. I don't have to play a lot of this game. If Adebayo was cheaper, I might get on him. Yeah, but I like Josh Richardson. And if Kelly Olynyk is out, that is going to make way for James Johnson at 5.1. Uh, and that would be as far as I would go with this one. Let's take a look on FanDuel because there may be some better pricing on the duel. Let's check it out. James Harden is 11.2. Yeah. Chris Paul 9.3. Clint Capella 7.8. We got Ryan Anderson, it's a game time decision, probably not going to play. Eric Gordon is 5.7. I really like Eric Gordon on FanDuel. Tucker's 3.9. No problem there. Dragic is under 7K. Josh Richardson. See that? Josh Richardson is 6.7 and he's 5.9. So he's 800 more. That's right around where I think it's good. Whiteside versus Rockets, 30 minutes and 45 points, January 22nd. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. The last time Whiteside was up against the Rockets, yeah, 30 minutes, he had 42.6. Yep. And he's 7.8 on FanDuel. I can dig it. I can dig it. James Johnson is 5.3. Bam is 4.2. I can dig it. Next game we got is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers. We got Karl-Anthony Towns at 9.1 on DraftKings. That is definitely playable for me. Some cats are just going to say stack the shit out of Minnesota. That's definitely playable for me. Jimmy Butler at 9.5. That price is up on him. I would take my chances with Andrew Wiggins here because there's a slight revenge narrative. I want to see what Wiggins does when he goes back to Cleveland. Because I think he has decent games. Okay, he's played there. Okay, the last 3 games he's played, uh, the one game in Cleveland, he dropped 25.5. The 2 games that were in Minnesota, he dropped 30, 35, and 51. I really think it's his turn to like have a good game in Cleveland. Remember, this dude was drafted to the Cavs and was sent away for Kevin Love by LeBron James. So anytime this dude goes to Cleveland or they play Cleveland, I always think he wants to kind of show LeBron like, man, you should have fucked with me, man. I was going to be good. So I think Andrew Wiggins is going to be in play for me. I do. I think Wiggins is going to be in play for me. I really do. I kind of like him. And looking at what he's been doing over the last few, not so great. This is a great blow-up spot for him. I'm sure not a lot of people are going to be on him. I kind of like him here. Jimmy Butler at 9.5. He's 6.1. Butler is so expensive. Against the Cavs last time, 51.5. He was priced at 8.4. Only played 27 minutes. So we know what time that is. Jeff Teague at 5.7. Definitely want to get some Teague against Isaiah Thomas, man. Isaiah Thomas can't defend anything. And then Taj Gibson at 5.4 is also a guy that is definitely playable, man. You look at Gorgie Jang at 3.4. Don't love that. I think Jam Crawford at 3.7 is a guy that I can look to. I want to look at what Teague does against him. Teague at 45. That was last year. That was last year. Taj Gibson, has he seen him this year? Taj had 37 January the 8th. So that's definitely a usable option. But I like a lot of that Minnesota shit, man. I really do. Wiggins' numbers went down when Butler came back. Yeah, he tore it up for a couple of games while Butler was out. But I think they all know that he gets up for this. He gets up to play Cleveland. And I think they're gonna feed him. They're gonna, want him to get it going. You know? Then we got Isaiah Thomas at 6K. Definitely a guy I think is playable against Jeff Teague. Tristan Thompson at 4.3. I don't have a major issue with that. I think he can be a solid play here. LeBron at 10.9. Yo, LeBron is under 11K. LeBron is 10.9 on DraftKings. That's crazy. Yo, keep it real. Last night, you had to feel like at some point, like, oh my God, I don't have LeBron. He's going to break the fucking slate. Because he had like 38 in the first half and finished with 48. LeBron is checked out. Like, he clearly does not want to play. Like he clearly does not want to play. We're checking Jeff Teague's minutes here. 35, 31, 28, 27. Okay. 36, 24. I mean, they're steady, but they are somewhat declining. Let's look at Tyus Jones to see if his minutes have been going up at all. 2017, 17, 13, 24. I mean, that's steady. I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. So, I mean, LeBron James under 11K, bro, is hard to turn my nose up at, but it just seems like I just can't play him. It seems like I just can't play him. This is how it seems. Go take a look over on FanDuel, see what the pricing differences are. We got Carl Anthony Towns 9.3, no break on that, no break on Jimmy Butler. He's 100 more. Wiggins 6.2, 100 more. Jeff Teague is 5.8. That's cool. Taj is 6.1. That's a little bit more priced up. Jam 3.7. LeBron is 10.9 on FanDuel. Gotta play him on FanDuel. LeBron is like a play on FanDuel, 10.9. That's a discount. Isaiah Thomas is 6.5. That's a little priced up, but it's right where he should be because he's 6K on DraftKings. Jay Crowder, Tristan Thompson, 4.5. J.R. Smith is 4.1. Oh, man, this is ugly, man. And it's only a 3.5 point total. I mean, it's 3.5 point differential with a 221 total, man. This should be this should be a great game, but it's not going to be. This is one of the games at the beginning of the season that you circle like, hell yeah, Jimmy Butler and LeBron. This is going to be dope, and it's not. This is not. This is not going to be a great game, and that sucks. And LeBron, you should be ashamed of yourself. Next game we got, it's going to be Utah Jazz going to the Grindhouse to take on the Memphis Grizzlies. 202.5 is going to be the total. We've got a minus 7.5. So that means the home dog is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies, and there's a lot of fight in the home dogs, which is why I do like Marc Gasol against Rudy Gobert. He has gotten blasted a few times this season coming back. I think he's on the way to riding the ship and being okay. Big shout out to the homie that talked about Ivan Rabb today, because Ivan Rabb went out last night and balled the fuck out. He's gonna do that again tonight. Not so sure. But I like Marc Gasol here. Not a big fan of JaMychal Green. If Wayne Selden continues to start, he's got to take a look at him at some point. I think Utah is kind of big. We're going to see some of these big guys play a lot of minutes. Guys like JaMychal Green. I think Jarrell Martin could come off of the bench and play some decent minutes here. So he's another guy that I am going to be looking at. On the other side, Gobert at 7.2. That's just so cheap. And Gobert is in play at 7.2. Ricky Rubio 6.7. Just when I think that Ricky Rubio's price is too high, he's just continuing to play well. He's just continuing to play well. Look at the last 5 games of Ricky Rubio. 41, 50, 40, 48, 34. Like he's just been having really great games. He's been having really great games. And as long as that's happening, man, I am going to take a look at him. Favors at 5.4. Looks to be usable. Donovan Mitchell, he kind of shitted on me the other day. I wasn't really on him. Like, I didn't really love Donovan Mitchell. And what happened, I saw a report come out that he was going to be taking someone else's place in the dunk contest. And originally, I really wasn't all over him because I thought there was a chance that he was hobbled in some way. Well, you fuck around, they said he was going to play in an All-Star game and in a dunk contest. I said, oh, he must be fine. So I play him, and he only plays 19 minutes and scores 7 fucking points. And that was horrible. So I don't know if I can get to him at 7K. I don't know if I can get to him at 7K. I'm not sure I love him. Rodney Hood at 4.9. Don't love that. I mean, I'm sure it's only a 6-game slate. It's only a 6-game slate, so I'm sure you're gonna have to find the value in some spots. Mario Chalmers at 4K looks like a value too. You're gonna have to find the value in some spots in order to really. Mo, don't smoke before the show. You tripping? I don't even want to hear his name right now. No, it was a huge shit. Like he took a massive dump on my lineups. Donovan Mitchell, like it was bad. It was bad. So for that, I'm not fucking with him until after the All-Star break. I'm not fucking with him. So, and it's not, I don't really love a lot about this game, but, Gasol at 8.2, Gobert, Ricky Rubio, I think those guys are definitely solid plays. Yeah, Royce O'Neal, he's been balling over the last few games, 25, 38, and 25 in his last 3. And those weren't against a bunch of Rudy Poots, man. New Orleans and San Antonio are pretty decent against his position, so that's something to definitely be aware of, especially on a 6-game slate where, like I just said, you got to find some value on a 6-game slate in order to separate yourself. Let's go over and take a look on FanDuel and see what the pricing differences are, if there's any. Ooh, man, Ricky Rubio is 6.7 on DraftKings. He's 7.6 on FanDuel. So they believe in him, and I do too. Derek Favors is a little bit cheaper at 5.5. I like that. Joe Ingles 4.7, blah, blah. Mo Cash trying to trade Iman and the first round pick. They need to do something, man. They need to do something. Because Marcus Hall is 9.4 here. He's 8.4 in DraftKings. I think Marcus Hall bounces all the way back. I really do. I'm not that mad with you anymore, Marcus Hall. Go out and have a good game. I think you will. Wayne Selden 4.5. Drill Martin is 3.8. I like that. Mario Chalmers at 3.6. Definitely going to be usable for me. Andrew Harrison at 5.1. I wish he was cheaper, but he's good. I can play that. Next game we got is probably going to be the most popular game on the slate. It should be. We got Vic Oladipo, who is a game time decision. He sat out last game, and we saw Born Ready get it in and play very well. He is out with an illness, so it's not like he has like some kind of tissue injury or bone structure injury. Like, it's not even like that. Vic has the flu, so it's a very good chance he could come out and play well. So if he does, if Vic Oladipo plays, I'm just gonna lock him the fuck in if he does play, because I really like him in this spot. Miles Turner, bro. When have you ever seen Miles Turner this cheap at 5.6? That is robbery. And even against Anthony Davis, I still want to get a piece of Miles Turner. I like him in this spot. Bojan Bogdanovic at 5.2. A little bit pricey for me. I'm not really on him. I think Corey Joseph does bounce back here against Rajon Rondo. I wouldn't have an issue playing him. You got Lance Stevenson, who should be, one of the first guys or first one or two guys off of the bench. They're not going to play this deep, bro. Joe Young got run last time because Corey Joseph sucked. I'm not sure that's going to happen again. But if you want to take a look at it on a very small slate like this, he could be a deep sleeper that could help you out, because if Corey Joseph stinks up the bed again the way he did last time, you're going to see some Joe Young, and he could come out and play well. So Lance Stevenson's a guy I'm going to be looking at. Yeah, Miles is cheap, bro. Miles is cheap on DK. On the other side, Anthony Davis, of course, AD is in play. There's no Boogie, so of course, Drew Holiday is going to be in play, even at 7.5. Mirotic at 6.5. I think he is a solid spot to bounce back. Ian Clark, people are talking about him, but I don't want to do that, man. Has he even made value yet? All the motherfuckers have been talking about Ian Clark. Okay, he did have a 28-point game on the 30th, on January 30th. He did have a 28-point game at 3.4. So maybe, but I don't love it. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Let's go check out FanDuel and see what some of the price points are. This is gonna be a very popular game. Vic is 9.7. He's 1,100 more. Good God. Miles Turner 6.5. He's 700 more. Bojan is higher price. Kojo 4.9. Lance is 5.6. And of course, I know the homie Joe Young is 3 points. Oh, he's 3.7. He's more than minimum salary. Okay. Okay. Then Anthony Davis is 11.9. Definitely in play. Drew Holiday 7.6. You're not getting a break on most of these cats. You're really not. Your AD priced up on FanDuel. Yo, Steven Smith, I agree with you, man. I do like Mirotic. I think he bounces back here. I think he does bounce here. I think he does bounce back here. I like him. Last game on the slate is going to be the San Antonio Spurs and the Phoenix Suns. And this is probably going to be the least played game on the slate. It's a huge gap. The only game that starts after 8 o'clock is 10:30. I'm not even sure who is all going to be playing, but we do know that the Phoenix Suns are one of the worst teams in the league against point guards, especially point guards that can rebound. And what better rebounding point guard has there been? Well, I mean, this dude has been good, man. DeJounte Murray has been really good rebounding the basketball, especially at the point guard spot. So 5.8, he's going to be playable. I like Danny Green to actually put the clamps down. I think he's a very solid play here. I think that Kyle Anderson at 4.8 is another guy we can use. We've got Patty Mills at 3.8, blah, blah, blah. Manu Ginobili at 4K if you want to get real jiggy with it. LMA at 8.4. I wouldn't have a major issue playing him, but I think there's other places I can get value at, though. You know what I mean? there's other places I get value at. Josh Jackson at 5.7 should see a lot of minutes here, especially if Devin Booker doesn't play. He is a game time decision right now. We don't know his exact status yet. He is not expected to play Wednesday. Okay, he's not expected to play. He is not expected to play. So that's gonna leave Marcus Chris in there, especially if Tyson Chandler doesn't play. That's gonna leave Tyler Ulis up. It's gonna leave Josh Jackson in there. Warren is gonna be another guy. But do you want to play all these guys? That's the question. That's the question. And yeah, so when it comes to LMA in this matchup against Phoenix or Griffin, I would play Blake Griffin. I play Griffin, And then you got the Josh Gray kid coming off of the bench is still cheap at 3.2 that you may want to consider as well. So let's go over to FanDuel and check out the pricing, and then we're gonna be building our lineup for FanDuel. Checking out the pricing. 8.6 for LMA, that's good. Dejounte Murray, nice play for me right there on FanDuel, where he's cheaper than he is on DraftKings. Danny Green, yes. Kyle Anderson is 5.6. We got on the other side, TJ Warren, 6.8. Josh Jackson, 5.9. We got Tyler Ulis at 4.4. Tyson Chandler, Marcus Chris, okay. Gray's minutes are predicted at 13 minutes. Like he didn't play a ton of minutes last night, even in that backup in the primary backup role. He didn't play a ton of minutes. I'm gonna go back and see exactly how many minutes he played, and look at what he did. You know what I mean? But it was a blowout. They got run off the floor actually later in the fourth quarter. Take a look at the Gray kid. Okay, he played six. Okay, in 16 minutes he had 8 points. He hit 2 3-point shots, had a rebound, or 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a couple turnovers. Not a great game. Yeah, I agree. Chris was good last night. So let us build our lineups. And we're talking about guys that we've been saying that we like, okay? So we're gonna lock in a point guard at each spot. So I think DeJounte Murray, bam, it goes in there right off the bat. And then we've got Vic Oladipo with that illness at 9.7. The price is kind of high on him. I think it would be in our best interest. Okay, bam, Wiggins. I like Wiggins here. Then that small forward, LeBron buckets. We talked about Josh Jackson, but I do like buckets here. Even though he's 9.6, I think he's in play. Stanley Johnson, Bogdanovic. Let's see. DeMarre Carroll, yes. I like DeMarre Carroll. It's a back-to-back, but I still like him. Oh, there could be some breaking news on DeMarre Carroll. Let's see. Carroll provided 21 points, 5 of 8, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Okay. Tuesday in the loss against the Rockets. Carroll's 21 points marked the team high. Okay, so he had a good game. I think I like him again. I like him again. Then at power forward, Blake is very interesting to me. Miritic is a guy that I do want to grab a hold to. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Tosh, Dad, want us a bonus. Marcus Chris is stupid cheap right here against San Antonio. But I like Blake. And at center, man, I mean, Davis and Drummond, those guys are priced up. You got Hassan Whiteside, Capella, Gobert at 7.4. Miles Turner is 6.5 in this spot. I kind of like him. Uh, I'm gonna play Blake Griffin. I'm just gonna play Blake Griffin, and I think Miles Turner looks to be a good spot for center here for us. And I'm working with about 6.8 left per player, so I still can ball out. Like I don't have to be like stupid cheap, wild cheap and shit, and don't get anybody I want. Uh, Isaiah. Teague is jumping off to me though. I kind of like Teague here. Kind of like Teague. Corey Joseph 4.9. Play Corey Joseph at shooting guard. I want the guy that's going to score the most points on the slate. So look at Harden. I've got 5.7 left per player. Still thinking I can bust a move here. Josh Jackson, Bogdanovic, Stanley Johnson could be solid. Yes, because I don't like Reggie Bullock, Allen Crabbe, Justice Winslow. Get off of Joseph, right? Get off of Joseph, and we're gonna Teague. Teague is in play. Yeah, drop Teague in there, bam. So I've got a Teague Wiggins joint, and at small forward, Anderson looks to be usable here, kind of like that. And I'm rocking with what left? 4.9 left. Marcus Chris, Jermichael Green, Anthony Tolliver, Bamute, Marcus Chris, Brian O'Neal. I'm not like enthralled with this one. I can do something else like shooting guard. I don't have to play Harden. Like I like Holiday. I think he is in play. But the problem is if Vic Oladipo plays, I don't want to play Holiday. Um, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon, yes. Eric Gordon. And then Eric Gordon, and then I can play Jimmy Butler with 6.7 left for a small forward. Boom, give me Josh Richardson. Bye. That's it. Miles Turner, Marcus Chris, Blake Griffin, Josh Rich. Yeah, enter that bitch. Let's go. We got DeJounte Murray, Jeff Teague, Andrew Wiggins, Eric Gordon, Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson, Blake Griffin, Marcus Chris, and Miles Turner. That's how I'm rocking. That's the line right there. That's what we rolling with. It could change, but that's what I got right now. It could change. It could change. That's what I got right now. So, thank you everyone for joining me inside of this live stream, chopping it all the way up, doing it the way we do. If you want to get in with us and really break this shit down, game by game, really talk it all through, very simple, man. You can go to this website. It is www.dfssweatshop.com. Upon your paid subscription, I will welcome you into the very best Facebook group online. You go here, and it's two easy options. First one is for $14.99 per month. That is half a cup of coffee, 50 cents a day, 2 punk ass quarters. Get your complete access throughout the month, a 30-day cycle. Then, if you wanted to really commit, $119.99. That gets you a full calendar year, 365 full days. That's going to take you through the rest of basketball, baseball, right on back around. So get in with us. Come on in. Make sure that you're going to be a part of the fam. Much love to everybody that enjoyed the stream. Let's go out and have a wonderful, profitable day. Thank you all so much. Much love to you, man. Remember, this is the DFS Sweatshop where we keep it real, we keep it honest, and we always, always keep it 300. Peace.